What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Jazz Sirski. Hello, somebody. All right, so, man, we got Allie Carter back in the front line. Back on the front line. All right, so Allie been saying that she gave the feds some shocking information about Diddy that they did not use against him. Now, it's been alleged that she has supposed to have been testifying against Diddy, I think, as the third witness. But, come to find out, she never made it to testify. And she feels like the reason why the feds, whoever she's informed of these stories, didn't use it because it involved some more of Diddy's accomplices, some more higher-ups. So that's how she's feeling. But she's here to spill it all now.
And then being in a room over and hearing it scream its head off when somebody's cracking its ribs.
But see, when Allie Carter came back and, also addressed it.
Allie Carter reveals who's hunting her after Diddy's win, not Diddy sending his people to finish off Allie Carter for giving the prosecutors evidence to go after him. The crazy thing is the prosecutors didn't even use the evidence Allie gave them, even after putting her life in danger and putting her in witness protection. Allie claims when the police reached out to her, she gave them everything they needed to go after Diddy, but they didn't use the evidence she provided because it demanded for them to go after other powerful people in the industry, something that they absolutely didn't want to do because their only target was Diddy. But Allie isn't playing around, y'all, because she is back again and she is spilling all the tea like it's her last day on earth. Like, you see, right when the trial started...
You know what? I can't, not to stop it or pause it so soon, you guys, but I can't wait for the day that Allie and Jaguar Wright really sit down together and do an interview together and compare information. That's going to be like the National Takedown Day. That should be on a calendar.
Allie was scheduled to testify.
For
According
real.
to reports, she was victim number 3, but when it was time for her testimony, she disappeared and her name was scrapped from the list of witnesses who were subpoenaed to testify.
A key witness in the Diddy trial has gone missing. This is super concerning because she is crucial for the case against one of the biggest names in music. She was actually going under a pseudonym like 3 other witnesses in the case, but she decided to waive that right and reveal her identity in her testimony. But now she's MIA. The federal prosecutors don't know where she is, her lawyers don't know where she is, and the prosecutors are using her testimony in the opening statement on May 12th. That's not that far away. For now, she's known as Victim 3, and she was subpoenaed, which means that she is required to be there. This all comes as the trial is finally underway this week. The jury will be selected by the end of the day. That's not that interesting. They're all going to remain anonymous. What is interesting is the list of celebrities who were shown to potentially...
If you were subpoenaed to go to court, can't you get in trouble for that? I think, bro, if you get subpoenaed to have a court date, to appear in court, I think you can actually get in trouble for not showing up, bro.
Jurors to see if they knew them. Those names included Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and Kanye West, none of whom were actually implicated in the case.
At the time, no one knew she had been scooped up and put in witness protection. In fact, people thought she had been kidnapped because right before this, her house got broken into by armed men who wanted to unalive her and her family. Allie went on live crying hysterically to tell people that she was scared for her and her family's life. She even went as far as name-dropping some of the people who she believed were behind the attack, and according to her, these people leaked her address and paid goons to come after her.
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even...
Wow, Stu Peters and Timothy? Bro, Stu I can get, but I didn't expect this from Timothy, bro. That's crazy.
Bothered, not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go.
Now, I do remember this.
What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars,
Wow.
and many other of my. So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
Well, right when the trial ended and Diddy got off.
That's crazy, bro. When she said that, that means Diddy have everybody on payroll. And she's aware of that, bro. She's very much aware of that. And to be a victim and still can't live in peace and harmony with your family, you got to be moving around and being on the run and watching your back at Walmarts and gas stations and restaurants and quality time with your family, bro. And you're the victim. That's crazy.
RICO charges, Allie was finally allowed to come back home to her family. And the first thing she did was get on live and slam the prosecutors for playing in her face. Allie claims the Fed stopped her from testifying once they clocked that the evidence she had against Diddy had more to do with his child trafficking charges and less to do with the freak-offs. But if you noticed, most of the people the prosecutors brought on the stand didn't actually speak on his crimes. They were more fixated on telling us how much Diddy loved to freak off.
There was 100 witnesses on the case. And I don't know if they even got through all of those witnesses, but Maureen Comey is the prosecutor of this case, on this case in New York City. And she never asked about the children. And, you know, there's so many people who wanted me to be a witness on this trial, and I want to explain jurisdiction.
Allie also went off on the people who have been begging for Diddy to be released because he has kids who still depend on him. She said Diddy didn't care about the fact that she was also someone's child when he decided to essay her at 15 years old. He also didn't have any problem manipulating Cassie when she was 19, but we are supposed to feel bad for his kids.
Everybody that is ready to free Diddy and be on the side of pedophiles, they keep calling Sean Combs' children, his twin daughter and his other daughter, You with me still? Yes? Okay. They keep calling them kids. The twins and the daughters kids. They don't need to be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Facts. So she's saying that everybody got sympathy for Diddy's kids in the courtroom and them hearing the stories and blase. But when Diddy started doing the essay thing to these people, they were kids. Wow. I think that's the thing that people probably miss. You're right, Miss Allie. You're absolutely right. I think some people overlook that part.
I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking about the other children that were on this case. Now, as you guys are seeing, I told you, the justice system is rigged. I don't know how many ways people need to say that, see it for themselves, research it, dig on it, and not understand that the justice system is rigged. And we've been saying that since the beginning. We went through court cases. We went through private investigators. This is how we have the insurance and the documents and the things and the receipts that we have, because we have been through this so many times before, where the victim is the one who gets the most hell and the predators walk.
Allie accused the prosecutors of helping Diddy get off on those charges. She brought up the fact that the feds knew about Diddy's freak-offs and criminal enterprises all the way back in the 2000s, but watched him keep rolling with it till Cassie's lawsuit put pressure on them to do something to please the public. All the way from the hotel staff who cleaned up the rooms after the freak-offs, to the hotel managers themselves erasing CCTV footages, to bodyguards getting paid to blow up cars and kidnap people, to even the DA initially trying to deny Diddy's illegal activities till the lawsuits starting flying in the masses. A lot of folks knew, but kept quiet because of the money they were getting from him.
The FBI covered it up for how long? This case was back in 2000, early 2000, right? So let's talk about who's guilty here. The DOJ released a video that at first everybody said they couldn't find a video of Cassie Ventura being. They couldn't find it. It didn't exist. You saw one clip, and then you saw DOJ release another clip to the news. So the DOJ had that clip to begin with. So the people who are telling you that they don't have the Epstein file, they're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you. The ones that are telling you, Pam Bondi, that she only had a little bit, it's bullshit. I bullshit.
Bro, it ain't funny. But that time, Allie had sound like that little dude that's on TikTok. That little dude that was in the car. Y'all ever seen that video? This is a sidebar, by the way. When he said, "Oh, bullshit." Listen, bro, now that was funny.
They're full of shit. What other way do you want me to explain that? They're lying to you. The ones that are telling you, Pam Bondi, that she only had a little bit, it's bullshit. I bullshit. Because they told you the same thing. And now you're seeing it with the Sean Combs case. They told you they just had a little bit of a video, and then it got released. That's on the DOJ. They lied to you. They told you that nothing happened, that this man, Sean Combs, was just this rap mogul that everybody loved. No, he couldn't have hurt nobody. He couldn't have did anything. And then all this stuff came out. Well, he did that. But yeah, he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else came out. Okay, well, maybe he did that too. But he couldn't have did anything else. And then something else comes out. How many people did you hear say, I left a party early? I knew about abuse.
A lot.
I knew about children being there. I knew about him beating the hell out of females. I knew about the parties going on with multiple people, so it wasn't just Sean Combs. I knew about all of that, but I left early. So guilty. How many people did you hear say about Cassie Ventura that I knew that she was being abused? I knew that she was wrong. I knew what he was doing, but I'm just now speaking about it. Guilty. Coward. How many maids did it take to clean up a penthouse suite? Know that there was blood and glass everywhere, but they kept their mouth shut because they got paid. Guilty. So we're not talking, let's go back down to the bottom.
Wow. Yeah. I can imagine the hotel workers, the hotel maids. They walk in there, they see that they should have reported some of that stuff, bro. Imagine being you go to clean up a hotel room, you know it's Diddy, but you see glass and blood everywhere, bro. That's biohazard bodily fluid, bro. You should have to have some type of special protection for bio waste or something to even deal with that stuff, bro. Blood, and ain't no telling what else. Could be feces from ain't no sexual activity. It could be anything, bro. Semen, bodily fluids.
The hotel manager that you guys never seen his face at first of this hotel, he heard the beat, he heard the screaming, he knew what was going on, he knew that Sean Combs was in there, he knew that he had other girls with him, he knew what was going on, he had the footage, he talked to the security. That hotel manager is who took that footage from the security and said, okay, hand me some money or help me be quiet, I'm gonna shut the hell up. You did not hear anything from that hotel manager until now. But they told you, that hotel manager, if you would have went back then, they would have told you, no, we don't know anything. Cover up. Guilty. the security that were on shift that night, that knew about this footage, that knew he dragged her down the hallway, that knew he kicked her in the back and all over the place. The hotel security that knew about that. They looked away. They got paid off. Guilty. How many ways now the FBI that have had all of this information for a really long time looked away from it as well? Guilty.
Right from day one, Allie was less concerned with the freak offs and more focused on what Diddy was allegedly doing to the kids he was shipping in and out the country. She said some of those kids were stolen and used as a sacrifice by these celebrities for their youthful glow rituals. And the worst part, it's they were kept in metal chains the entire time. Allie didn't specify where exactly these rituals were happening, but she said she witnessed all these things herself while working in the industry, and most of these kids didn't make it out alive. And the few ones who did definitely didn't come out the same as before.
But right now, I think a lot of people are not ready for someone to tell you that there are 3-4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars up children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs race them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them, literally by metal prongs. They hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood. There are situations that I don't think people are ready for. We're not touching the seriousness of trafficking. Like the videos that I've made, the videos that I've started to make, this is not even touching. This is the gist of it, and I think so many people are quick to raise a sign and say adrenochrome, but you don't know what it means, and you don't know why it's such a thing, why it's such a strong thing in trafficking, and how what makes it so strong. What, you know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order to keep you in the fountain of youth. No one believes that because it sounds like an unreal horror Disney movie that someone wrote. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is.
These poor youngings were dragged into those parties without their parents or any responsible adults and made to do all these things that traumatized them for life. What's crazier is that Allie also said some of Diddy's associates had a fetish for the douche of kids, and they would handpick a few of the male kids and deliberately give them foods that would cause them to have some kind of stomach upset so that they would end up having severe diarrhea during the freak-offs. And as if that wasn't bad enough, they would make these boys lay in their poo and record it.
Watching an episode called Pig Night, when I went, they tried to feed us, and I remember it because when
Pig
you
Night.
have to do
Say what?
orders, jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat because you will throw up.
Really?
If you're doing, or if you are a guy doing sex, you will shit everywhere.
Oh boy.
That's crazy. That is super crazy.
When this happens, your parents will get mad at you. Really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you shit on someone, We'll have to lay in it.
Now, when it comes to her getting hunted down like an animal, word on the street is Diddy isn't the only one coming after her. Ally revealed the secrets of a lot of other powerful people in the industry, and now they're all coming after her as well so they can silence her for good. During her recent live, she literally broke down in tears, talking about how her life has been getting threatened since she got back from witness protection. As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said, they all need to go to prison. It's always about the money. Disgusting. Stop following these people. Another person said, it's so obvious that something is wrong in this case, but so many people don't want to know what's happening. They just want to be happy in their ignorance. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Diddy hunting down Ally Carter? And do you think Ally will make it out alive by the end of all this? Let me.
Wow. Well, hopefully she will make it out alive, bro. But the same thing, like I told, I would recommend Jaguar, bro. Listen, we glad that you guys, well, y'all ladies are exposing Diddy in the industry. But you're going to need protection. The more and more you spill, the more and more you're going to need protection. These people in the higher ups past Diddy, forget about Diddy right now. It's people above Diddy who have higher powers than Diddy. That's probably, they know that Ally and Jaguar know a lot, bro. They don't want to be exposed, and getting eliminated is the easiest way for them to handle the situation. And they have power to do it. And they can make you go missing just like that, bro. So hopefully prayers for Ally and for Ms. Jaguar. Hopefully they have security when they move around out here in the world, man. Keep your head on the swivel. I recommend that highly. Highly, highly. But until next video, you guys, man, thank y'all for watching the video, man, to the end. If you made it to the end, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace and love.